Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Banished. So, where we left off last time, we had some of our more advanced buildings in place, but we were working on kind of some infrastructure to make sure that we had supplies for everybody. We had an issue with our furnace fuel production, but we did get that fixed up, so now we can kind of focus on making building supplies and some other materials that we really need for the endgame buildings. So right here looks like we are out of supplies, so brick, glass, and lumber. We don't have any bricks. We have lumber and glass. So bricks we have 3. Glass we have 97, which is still pretty low. And lumber. Lumber we have 355. So we're okay on lumber for now. But we really need to focus and make sure that we have enough glass and brick production going through. So it looks like furnace fuel is the big one here. And I think our furnace fuel is being shared with something over here. We also need furnace fuel for making... This is our distillery for making spirits. And I think spirits are needed for something up here. So all of these different buildings seem to be kind of using up the same resources. So we need to make sure that we get all those cooking and going. So, first things first, we do have somebody at our trading post and our farm supplier. So let's take a look. Alright, so looks like this guy has quite a bit. We don't need salt, we don't need crates. We don't need fenning. Linen we are creating, correct? Alright, we're creating cloth. Linen is flax, and I don't think we have flax. Let's just take a peek here. Oh, we do have flax. So we can produce linen if we want, so we don't need that. Silkworm eggs. Silkworm eggs, I think, are what we were waiting for, if I remember correctly. Silkworm eggs. We do not have any silkworm eggs. Ah, he only has 8. That is pretty unfortunate. Okay. I think everything else we're fine with. We don't really need any of these other items. Oh wait, no, he has 20 for a price of 8. Oh, alright, that's much better. Okay, so since we have a supply of silkworms now, we might as well go forward with a silkworm hut. Question is, where do we want to put it? I suppose we could put it right in here. So it's kind of nearby our other things. Although we do need to have access to our white mulberry, which is up here. So why don't we put it here? So we'll follow this road along, and then this is our white mulberry. That's used to feed them. And we need 10 silkworm eggs, and that means 80. Trade. I think that will do it for this guy. We just need 10, right? Yep, 10. Alright, dismiss. So let's take a look at our farm supplier. Let's see. Actually, tobacco is one that we needed. Is there anything else in here that we could use? Let's see, what do we have? We have something for all of these. Pipe tobacco. We have blueberries. Yep, so it looks like we've got a good supply of farm supplies. So that's all we really need at this moment. So let's do 1 native artifact. And we'll do 170. 168. 7. Alright. Yeah, so that'll do it. Alright. So we've got our silkworm hut in progress here. Looks like we have all of our other supplies that we need. Our stored fuel is still pretty low. Why would that be? Interesting. I might have to make a second stack burner alongside our brickworks. I think I'll do that. I just don't want them starving. Yeah, it's finished materials, stack burner. And where can we put this? Looks like a good spot. Alright. And looks like we got another trade already. Oh yeah. 100 building supplies. We may not even need to build this building. That is, that's pretty nice. So, how many do we want to buy? Let's see, if we do a native artifact, 2,500, we can buy 28. And then let's fill in the rest. Oops. We can buy 28. Why don't I just leave this guy here? If we need more building supplies, we can always just kind of go back. So, I think since we have an abundance of building supplies, I'm going to get into the fort and palisade. So we previously did not have any building supplies. And the first building that you need with this fort is the quartermaster. So the quartermaster brings in some materials that you can only get from this section here. So the quartermaster brings in that third icon there, that little yellowish box. The quartermaster is the only place that you can get that from. So why don't we put that right here up against our wharf? So then we can have our wharf right here, and we can have our quartermaster right next to it, and they'll both kind of simultaneously be taking ships in to supply this area. So the quartermaster, I can't remember what exactly it is. It's, I think, military supplies. Yep, military supplies is that crate. And if you look at some of the other structures that we have here, they pretty much all require those military supplies. Forward post, the work camp, parade grounds, pretty much everything requires it. So it'll be good to get that out of the way and start producing some goods for us. So until we start getting those goods, we really can't get too far into the fort kind of stuff. So we'll save that for next time. Alright, so we do have a supply of bricks coming through, if I am correct. So we are producing bricks. We have clay, we have furnace fuel. Not an abundance of furnace fuel, though. Although we do have supplies here, we don't have them running out of materials. How's our sugarcane situation going? 20,000, yeah, so we've got a while before that'll run out. Alright, can we do have a lot of blueberry fields. Blueberries, 1,000. That's not that much of a buffer, so we'll let it go for now. What about white mulberry? 3,000, that's plenty. Alright. So, we need to start producing tobacco. Tobacco is a crop field. So let's change this one out to tobacco. And then we need a crate for that. So we'll do crate out of logs. Eventually. There we go. So we'll do some crates out of logs, and then we'll be able to produce enough to supply our, what was it? Curing barn. Alright, bundling shed is going. Silkworm hut. Oh, we already have a silkworm hut. When did we get a silkworm hut? Oh, I must have built the building and then was just waiting for those silkworms to come through. Alright. My mistake. Let's see. Remove structure. There we go. Alright, so we already have a silkworm hut. Awesome. So we can produce silk cocoons, silkworms, and then silkworm eggs. So we can produce more eggs if we ever want to make a silkworm hut. We can produce silkworms if we need extra food, which is kind of gross in my opinion, but to each their own. And we can make silk cocoons, and that is actually what we need to create. Alright. So then that should be able to bring us some silk production, and then we can use that silk at our weavers to create actual silk, like silk for bedding. And then we're creating cloth using cloth and feathers. I still think that's probably the best one that we can do, just because we don't have a use for feathers otherwise. So it's basically a free resource. And we do need a bed maker. Okay, bedding maker. There we go. So it's feathers and cloth or cotton and cloth. Again, we're just going to use up our feathers because we have pretty much an infinite supply. Yeah, 1,500. So all of these chickens over here are just producing an absurd amount of feathers. Alright. Beeswax. We've got an okay supply of beeswax. We've got a little bit of a buffer yet, so I think having 2 at our apiary and then 1 at our candlery is fine. The only one that needs it yet is this one. So these will need 120 lamp oils. And lamp oil, is it from our oil press? Lamp oil is from blubber. And blubber is produced for this guy. So our wharf and ship. Since it's finished, we'll put 3 people there. Why not? Alright, so that should start producing some goods. I'm just going to pull off to the side there so we can kind of keep an eye on it, make sure it's working. We'll do a 3rd person up here. Yep, so we have whale blubber and whale meat. And looks like we're out of olives. So let's change this up to blubber. We will wait for these olive fields to start producing a little bit more. And then we can switch back to vegetable oil, or olive oil. I don't know if I can go up this incline. So one thing about this, when you start adding in fields and things like that to some of these sloped areas, you're not actually supposed to be able to do that, but they put a mod in this mod pack, or this expansion, to allow it. But if you go too high of an altitude up these hills, it just won't plant anything on those. So just be wary of that. Alright. So it looks like we got a pretty nice area cleared out here. I just kind of did a clean sweep of all of the trees and materials in this area just so that we could see all of our buildings, kind of see what we're working with, and see how much room we have. Still need to get rid of these at some point, but I think they're okay for the very second. Alright. Actually, I might move this guy. Our hardwood forester. Do hardwood forester, new trees. Let's put it right in here. It's kind of a perfect area for it. Alright, first thing I'm going to do though is get some free wood out of it. So we'll just harvest all resources. Boom. And we don't really have any paths to get over there readily, so let's put a road in here, or a drawbridge. Boom. And then we can kind of continue down and start putting some houses along the edge here and get rid of this guy. Just taking off some prime real estate. Alrighty then. So we'll do 2 more. And what do we really need? I think olives we need. And olives can actually be eaten just regularly without being pressed into oil. So we can just put some extra olives out there. Alright, so we are creating some crates. So we can, and I think we got our first batch of pipe tobacco here. It's got 560 pipe tobacco. So that should be good. I can't remember how much blubber we need per lamp. It's some ridiculous amount. We've produced 78 whale blubber. We have 20 in here. And 58 are in here, and he's out of materials. So it took 100 whale blubber to create 4 lamp oil. So about 25 blubber per oil, which is quite a bit. Let's see how our wharf is doing here. So we produced 100 per season, so we can produce about 4 lamp oil. Well, this might have been like a half a season, so we can produce 4 to 8 lamps per season, and we need 120 per mine. So again, kind of going back to the fact that buying them for 43 is quite a bit more efficient. So $43 for 1 lamp oil is not a bad deal. Alright, so it looks like our drawbridge is almost finished up here. They need a... What do they need? They need one of these. Okay. So let's see what else we got here. So we've got lumber, glass, and we're still low on bricks. So we can put a second person here, but I think the bottleneck that we're running into is furnace fuel. Yep. So we just don't have enough fire bundle to be able to keep up with our supply that we need. I think what I'll do is create another bundler. So let's do that. That's in finished goods, bundling station. So we'll do a second bundler, and yeah, our supply of sugarcane is going down really fast. So I think we want to increase our number of fields here. And then we can just do straight sugarcane on those. So what's our blueberry? Our blueberries are 0, so we're using up all of our blueberries with these 3 fields. That's quite a bit. 31,000 food, so we do have a good supply of food though. So I guess we'll just let those run. They're going to be a little bit short on materials, kind of between seasons, but I think it'll be fine. They're still producing quite a bit of goods though. So we're still getting 200 fruit jams per season, which is fine. We're not really using it for a staple food source. We're just using it for variety to keep up their happiness and health. Alrighty then. Where did our building go here? Oh no, I didn't put it down yet. That's right. Forester, new trees. There we go. Okay. What else we have? So we need logs to make lumber. Got plenty, so let's start producing that. We can make furnishings. I guess we could do bedding and candles. So we'll need fancy furniture. So we'll do fancy furniture. Oops. Oh, right, because our jointer, I think, is the same as our bed maker. Yep. Where else are these guys going? So this is a... jointer. Do we need 3? I don't know what other building would be using it. So job jointer, jointer, and jointer. I am not entirely sure. Oh, it's up here. So it looks like the clothier, the bed maker, and the jointer all kind of use the same pool of citizens. Interesting. It's kind of a weird combination that somebody making furniture out of wood would be the same person that's making beds and clothing. But either way. Alright, so we have our melting house. That one uses furnace fuel too. Like everything uses furnace fuel. I think we just need to step up our production. Do I actually have corn? I don't think I was actually growing corn. Let's see, so... could do reeds. Candle bundle. Not sure what the candle bundle's for. Sugar cane. So we'll stick with sugar cane kind of until we run out, and then we'll make do with what we got. Sugar cane, sugar cane. Alright, so it looks like our whale blubber is coming in pretty good yet. We've got 8 lamps per season. Alright, still low on bricks. And lumber's declining. But we do have the sawmill going in right now, so we should be able to keep up on that. Bricks are still going to be the one that we... and glass, looks like we're pretty low on. So we are making glass. Oops, we're making glass where? That's not good. But we don't really need glass. Oh, we do need glassware. Alright, so sand and coal. Coal we have plenty of. So let's go ahead and put in a second glassworks. We'll put it over here. And then this glassworks will produce glassware, and then we will convert this one back to producing just standard glass. Then we'll have glass. Hopefully our brick production will stay up now that we have 2 fire bundlers. Produces 900. Produces 150. Maybe we want to switch these. So we have the fire bundlers producing fuel, and we have charcoal producing furnace fuel. That might be a good idea. We'll give it a shot, and we'll just keep an eye on our fuel amounts. Alright, so that one should be taken care of then. Looks like we have some people over at our trading post here. That one we already knew about. And seeds. I don't really think we need seeds. How's this guy doing? Not really going anywhere yet. How are you doing? You need bricks yet. Jeez, everybody needs bricks. Bricks for days. Needs furnace fuel. Alright, so I think at this point we're really just waiting on resources to kind of build up. Now that we have an infrastructure in place where we have multiple fire bundlers and things like that, producing fuel for our citizens to take some stress off of here. I think once we get a kind of a surplus of different materials, we should be fine. So we can kind of move forward from that. Gem cutters, I think we do have. We do have a gem cutter, but I don't think we have any gemstones. Gemstones. Rough one. Yeah. So we only have that one gemstone. It's producing silver. Producing silver and gold. At some point we could probably increase the number of precious miners and start working on that stuff, but don't really need that all that much, so I don't want to invest too many resources into it. So you have a good number of children coming up. Looks like some graduates came through. It's always handy. I'll leave that up for now until this one's actually kind of up and running. It'll take a couple of seasons for those trees to grow, so I might as well leave them. And another farm supplier. Yeah, we don't really need anything. We could probably just stop checking our farm supplier, just because we have pretty much everything that we need at this point. I think these guys are gone too, so they have some tallow that's being produced. So we could potentially switch over to tallow for candles. Tallow, 4,000 tallow. Yeah, let's switch over to tallow here. That will get us a pretty good supply of candles going forward. This guy still needs some bricks. Fancy furniture. So let's switch over to this. So we have fancy furniture, bedding, and candles. We have 222 candles, which is good. We have 100 bedding. And we have 42 fancy furniture. Can we produce more bedding? Yep. So we can assign 2 total people to this. So let's do that. We'll make some bedding faster. And then hopefully we won't be draining our brick supply due to our building supplier here. You up and running yet? You have not even started. Awesome. Alright, and then I think, if I remember correctly, if we take down all of these trees using the clear function, they will be hardwood trees. So I don't think we're wasting these trees if we end up clear cutting this area. Which is a nice thing. Wow, this is full already with random junk. Are we out of storage space? That's not good. Let's work on that. So we'll just make a big stockpile up here because we can't really put anything in that area. And we'll do another one up here. All right. All right, now we're looking good. I think at this point we're producing pretty much every material in the game. Just kind of taking a look through here. Cannons we can't do yet. We need the fort. Cream. Oh, we don't have a dairy yet. So we can build a dairy next. Healing broth and herbs. Joyce. Jade statues. We do need to get into statues as well. So marble statues, jade statues, all that good stuff. Rugs. I don't remember exactly what rugs are for. I'm guessing it's probably some sort of an upgrade for one of the houses. A lot of this is just food. Yep. Yeah, so we are doing pretty good here. The one thing that we did need was a dairy. There's the dairy. Did we build a salting house? I don't think we did. For that matter, did we build a salt mine? We've just got so many buildings now, I can't even remember. Can't recall if we ever... Does it need to be... Okay, so it needs to be on the water. Yeah, I don't think we ever did. So let's get one of these in place. Where do I want to put it though? We can probably put it on a creek if we have kind of a flat area. Yeah, I don't want to put her up there. I suppose we could put it here. Yeah, let's put it right there. Get a salt works up and running. And then what was the other thing we needed? A dairy. We need a dairy. So we'll put the dairy. Can't put it at that corner. Where do we want to put the dairy? So we'll put the dairy here. I want to put it here, but I can't. Alright, so let's put it right there. Because then we can kind of extend out through here and make some more houses yet. Make it a nice little neighborhood. Okay. That is not too bad. So, we are still running out of blubber, but we are producing lamp oil. We're producing ale. Producing wine. What are we doing over here? So, furnace fuel. Furnace fuel 54 extra. Good. Doing clay, sand, and sand. We have a good amount of clay. We're pretty low on sand. We do have our glass works that we built over here. So let's do glass ware. Actually, can we do coal? Let's do coal. Let's do coal for glassware. Oh, we have been. Alright. And then we'll do sand and coal for glass. And then we do have a surplus of furnace fuel. So I guess we could start up on this one again. And just see how quickly we run out. Alright, so our quartermaster is up and running. So we should be able to get those coming in pretty soon here. And Starfort looks like we need some cannons. For the cannon, we need a cannon. Okay. How do we build cannons? Cannons are built at the foundry. Awesome. Furnace fuel. Awesome. Everything needs furnace fuel. Alright, so let's build a couple of cannons while we're at it. I think we're good on joists for now. We have 32 joists. That'll build us a couple of mansions without problems. Alright. Yep, that should be fine. So, the last thing I want to do is just kind of start getting into these larger homes. They use up a lot of resources, which is why I needed to get those glass and brick productions under control, because we definitely need them. So 16 bricks and 20 glass and 60 stone per residence. It's quite a bit. So what I'm actually going to do is put a couple of large residences up here. You'll notice that they have kind of a large area around them. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, that's what I want to do. So let's get these kind of up against the shore as tightly as possible. Oops. Why couldn't I place it there? Oh, because of this. Ah, well. We'll make do with what we got. So place a couple of large residences down. These are the biggest and the warmest. So they can hold a family of 6 and it's high warmth and comfort. So those are going to use a lot less fuel than these little ones over here. And then we could probably start upgrading these log cabins too and make them into like some country houses. I think that would be a good idea, because I think these guys are using up a lot of our fuel. Yeah, they have 70 charcoal in their house right now, just for these 4 people. Yep. And how are we doing here? So our hardwood forester is up and operational. So they're going to go ahead and start planting some trees in that area, and of the hardwood variety, instead of just the random normal trees that we have in here. So, yeah. So it looks like we did some good progress. This is no longer running out of materials quite yet. It probably will at some point, because the fancy furniture is going up pretty good. Bedding, we have 2 people working on bedding, and then we upgraded our candles to tallow, thanks to our butchers over here creating tallow for us. So I think we've got pretty sustainable there. And as you can see, there's nothing in here except for this guy. Looks like we need more coal. Oh, they just need to actually deliver the coal. How about sand? Oh, sand production is out. So we'll need to put in a couple more sand. I'll put it right there. Can we put one in here? We can't. Well, I think we should be able to hear. I just have to destroy this road. And there we go. Alright. So then we got 2 more shore houses coming in. I'm just going to increase that to 5 right away. We've got 8 surplus laborers. So that should be good. Alright. So I think that was a good amount of work we got done here. What do we need? So we need 1 furnishing, 32 glass, and 20 more bricks. So this will upgrade it to a manor instead of large residence, and we'll just get that working. I think we do have furnishings. Yeah, we have 42 furnishings, so we should be able to get that upgraded. And then next time you'll be able to see what that looks like, and then see what the third upgrade is when we, I believe it's called a mansion at that point. This guy is getting 48 military supplies, so he's doing his thing, which is good. And yeah, we're looking pretty good here. So I'll leave it off there. We will pick up next time, and hopefully we'll have enough supplies where we can start working on this kind of fort area. So hope you're all looking forward to that. And yeah, so thanks for coming out, everybody, and see you next time.